Hi, my name is Berthiaume, and today I'll be talking about my latest project in scale modeling. Something a little different than my typical project, and it's an issue I've been having for a little while now, where I got lots of paint jars, specifically Tamiya paint. I don't know how many, 40, 50 jars, and they're all piled up. It's hard to go through, and last night I decided that's enough. I got to do something about this, and it's a little project I've been thinking of doing for a while, and it's basically a paint rack. I want something simple, compact that I could fit on my wall, on my shelving, but on my wall. I wanted it to be inexpensive and simple, so I came up with this idea of using uh, floor molding, square, of course, not the curved or bezeled, but perfectly square, where I just have to cut little sections very easily with my miter saw and make this very simple, inexpensive shelf. Give you an idea, I bought two moldings, 8 feet long each. They were $5 each Canadian. It came to taxes 11.48 Canadian, and which is not too bad. I debated. I already had some wood, much thicker. This is a 5/16 of a not five yeah 5/16 of an inch thick wood. I had half-inch wood already, but I had to cut everything, and I don't have a bench saw, so I knew the cuts wouldn't be that great with my skill saw. So using my miter saw with pre-cut wood, that was the perfect solution. So knowing this, I went to the hardware store, picked this up today, spent maybe 20 some minutes outside cutting the wood. I pre-calculated all the measurements that I need to make sure it fit on my shelf between the two uh, supports in metal. Um, Made sure that height wise it was okay, and no, it came out pretty well. Just white glue, I say white glue, carpenter glue, dries in 10 minutes. Put everything together. This is the final result here. Um, and as you can see, I took the measurements of the jar and made sure that the biggest types of containers that I have, for example, this panel line accent color, I only have a couple of these, but still, it fits perfectly with just a little space. But depth wise, it's a perfect match. This, by the way, is um, 1 5/8 of an inch deep, or 40 millimeters if you're in metric, and the height between each row is 2 5/8 of an inch, or that would be about 41 millimeters. So it's a nice snug fit, and your typical 10 milliliter Tamiya paint fits nice and snugly. I believe I can fit about 15 or 16 um, in a row. So that would be 15, 30, 60, about 64 jars of paint I can fit in this shelf. Um, Already, I'll be honest, I think I'm gonna fill three quarters of it easily. Not that I'm buying a lot of new paint every day, but I can see it being filled up pretty quickly. So I may need to build another shelf, perhaps a bit smaller, because I only have so much shelf space. But I think it should be pretty good, at least for the short term. So yeah, nice little project. I was debating if I put a backing on it to solidify it. I may. I already have some material that I have on hand, I found in my garage, that should do the job. But I think it's pretty sturdy wall. Paint's not that heavy. These little jars, and I believe it should be fine. The backing, is it really necessary? It would solidify it. Might look better aesthetically, because this is just dried gyps, not even not much to go with it. But I'll see. Will I paint it eventually? I doubt it. I mean, I've seen some people on YouTube build much bigger ones, of course, and I got my inspiration from them on the online, where they were more work, more intense. I just wanted to keep it simple, and I think at $10 you can't buy something of this for that price. So and I'm pretty happy that I built it myself. You know, it's something much different, and hopefully it might inspire others to do the same. All right, so here's my shelf where I put, or basically where I put my paint. It's very accessible. It's only a few feet away, but as you can see, my collection of paint, it's very hard. If I want anything, it's got to constantly shift around. So hopefully with putting up my shelf, which I'll just show you in a second here, we'll see a big difference. All right, so now the shelf is up. Paint's been installed. Although I'll admit, I just put it there. I didn't sort it by color or anything, which I plan to do a bit later. Just for the sake of this video, I want to put it up real as quickly as possible, because I do have a tripod and a camera in front of my workbench. I just want to do it quickly, and you know, just to show you guys what I've been able to accomplish. So as you can see, very accessible. I can see all the writing, very easy to read. A quick glance at my while sitting down, it'll be very easy now to find the right paint I need, saving me time. And it looks a lot less cluttered, looks a lot more professional. Not that I'm aiming to be professional. I mean, this is just a hobby after all. It's not like my job or anything. It's not a contract or anything that I do. I just do it for the pleasure, but I like a clean workspace. Although I'll admit, I'm looking around on my workbench. There's more work to do here to make sure everything is nice and clean. But you know, just putting the odd items, you know, more space. Very, very happy for what I'm seeing here. So this has turned out to be very, very well. Something that I've been, like I said, I've been thinking about doing for quite a while now, and you know, sometimes you just gotta give yourself a little push, you know, say, hey, let's do it. But pretty pleased with it. So yeah. So there we have it. Nice organized shelf. Very happy with the project, and it just sitting here at my chair at my workbench. I really appreciate it. It looks a lot better, and I should have done this a long time ago, to be honest. It's amazing for what $11.50 can produce. Like I said before, I was hesitating to put a backing on the shelf. Looking at it, I honestly don't see the need for it. I was a bit afraid, will the wood bend? And the paint doesn't weigh anything, so no fears at all. Keep it simple, you know. That's the way I like it. So until next time, thank you, and thanks for watching.